Good evening to you, Kobe Spiky in Chroma.
Good evening, Frankie Five.
How are you doing, my brother?
I'm good, how are you?
God has been good. We are still alive.
Wonderful.
We are still alive. Hey, what happened to your hair? No, you.
Oh, I just twisted it.
No, you cut the side.
I've always been cutting the side.
Really?
Yeah, even on the picture I used for the flyer. It's just that, my hair was like a mushroom, so it was covering the side, so you didn't see it.
Okay, so it's the spillover that covered the where you.
Exactly.
Okay. I get it. How is everything treating you?
Always 100, bro.
Awesome.
Always 100.
Awesome. We've called you here this evening because yes, it's not your first time here, but each and every day something new is happening in the tech world, and we don't want to be left behind. We want to run and chase the system while the system is changing, and also be dynamic. That is why we've invited you here this evening. And for us as gospel community, we are interested because that is where the world is going now. And all the money we hear is also coming from that side. So we want to take advantage of it. So thank you for honoring our invitation. And you always don't charge us. We are grateful for it.
When you guys start making the money, I'll start charging.
So folks, Kobe is here. Join us on Facebook. All your questions about this digital market, where you as an upcoming gospel artist, what you can do to take advantage of trends. Kobe is here to answer the questions for you. What is happening currently in this world of technology when we talk about digital marketing for music? What is happening?
So there's a lot. I mean, primarily, a lot of people need to just realize that digital markets is taking over traditional, media. Digital media is taking over traditional media. If you consider the fact that as it stands right now, a lot of people do not watch TV as much. A lot of people don't listen to the radio as much. And reason why you're streaming this show on social media is because you want to reach a wider audience. And I think it can't be overstated, the fact that the world has become a global village. As in, I can be sitting here and be working in Australia and not even have to get on a plane because technology has made it that easy, has made it possible. Now, a lot of the times, people seem to underestimate this ability and we're stuck in our old ways. Let me tell you something that really blew my mind a couple of weeks ago. So the shop that's right across the street?
Yeah.
Kokomlemle.
Yeah.
The lady who sells there.
Yeah.
I went there to buy my favorite Kofi juice.
Okay.
And she was watching a Facebook video. Yes. And she was exclaiming as she watched the video because something there was interesting her. And mind you, I don't know her, her literacy.
Yeah.
But I would say that she's either semi-literate, towards the lower end of the line. And this was her on Facebook. Yeah. Watching video after video after video. Now, the next time I saw this was a lady who sells bread and egg further down there. Also watching...
Brodo Dinkus, the lady at the back here.
Right down there.
She's an ordinary street seller.
And
she was watching
videos. A Facebook video, a live stream, and it was a church thingy. It was a preaching thingy that she was watching on her phone. And it was, propped up on the bread while she fried bread and egg for someone.
Wow.
Yes. So when I saw this, practically... I was amazed because one, I would never have thought that a percentage of the masses, like in such a short span, would have jumped on digital media this fast. Now it tells you something.
Yes,
that we are ready to consume media, and it's not that difficult to onboard people onto digital media because one, it's ubiquitous. Almost everyone has these little screens on in their pockets or in their hands as we speak right now. Yeah. And it's the easiest way to consume media. It's the most accessible. Data is reducing in cost. We always complain that it's expensive, but people will still buy. Why? Because of something in the tech space we call FOMO, the fear of missing out. The fear of missing out.
Missing out.
Yes, it's a real thing right now because when you wake up, I can tell you, the audience listening, a lot of us wake up, first thing we pick up is our phone.
It's true.
Yeah.
Instead of you to pray when you wake up,
you pick up your
want
phone
to check notifications.
Because you're afraid of missing out. And the moment you pick it up, it'll be like an hour before you put it down. Yeah. Trust me. If you go and sit in the bathroom to do your business and you have your phone, it takes longer than when you don't have your phone, right or wrong? Because you're consuming content while you're there. And the fact
back in the day used to be graphic showbiz, then you'd be sitting on the water closet. But now
done,
it's your phone.
Yeah. And with your phone, it's never ending. Like, have you ever gotten to the end of your Instagram, timeline before your Facebook timeline or your Twitter? Never. You would scroll and scroll and scroll.
Yeah.
And the fact that people still think that traditional media is more effective than this just shows why elsewhere they're making it and we are still catching up. The sooner we realize that this is the new wave. I mean, you mentioned graphic showbiz. When was the last time you bought a newspaper?
I don't remember.
When was the last time you saw one and picked it up?
The guys who sell it at the traffic light has even stopped coming. No, he will chase me with it because he knows I'll buy it. So he will chase me with it every Saturday morning. He will chase me with it. But now he doesn't. I don't even see him in the traffic anymore.
The only time you listen to the radio, watch TV or anything is when you're trying to verify news that you've heard.
Okay.
And where did you hear that news? On social media, on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Instagram. So everything is reaching you on this device. When you log in, all the news, as it breaks, it hits you here. Then you go to traditional media just to confirm whether what is being said is true.
It's true. So now traditional media has become the confirmation point.
Exactly.
But breaking the news is social media.
Bro, an accident happens. Somebody dies. You hear it on WhatsApp before the family even calls you. Like, it's that fast. I'll tell you a story that will blow your mind. I was on the motorway and then I saw someone that I knew whose car had broken down.
Yeah.
Pulled over and then asked if I should give the person a ride to the mall. He's like, oh no, he's waiting for his mechanic.
Yeah.
By the time I got home, I saw on my WhatsApp group that RIP, the person I just met.
Oh!
Yeah, and I'm like, nah, this is not possible. I just met him. So I thought it was fake news. Like 25 minutes ago on the motorway, they're like, yeah, a truck ran into him while he was on the motorway.
Lord have mercy.
That's how fast the news got home. Like I got home, the news was ahead of me. That's how fast digital media is. That's how fast social media is. So if you're looking to reach people in record time, where else would you look out for? Like it's social media, it's digital media. That's the fastest way to reach people. Say something today, someone in Iceland has heard it. So as musicians, as people who are looking to do business online, that just tells you that you are within reach of billions of people. And if you consider that product that you have, your music, as a product, first of all, it's a product that you want to market. It's a product that you want to sell. You treat it as such. If you create your song and you play it on the radio, you send it to your friends, that's one step. But the sooner you realize that you could have reached a wider audience. Language is not a barrier. If language was a barrier, Amapiano would never have made it
crossed over to Ghana.
Never. I mean, I was listening to South African house music from like way back in high school.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand a word of what they were saying, but I love the vibe. I love the rhythm.
This group, Lady Smith and the Black Mambazo, when I was in secondary school, my favorite group.
You see?
But I didn't understand the words they were singing.
Vibe.
But I could vibe with it.
This song, Jerusalem, that we've all been jamming to. Do we even understand what they're saying? No. But we jam to it anyway.
This song.
We created our own rendition of that song. But the language we didn't understand, but it crossed borders. Now it's easier.
Okay.
Because of social media.
So those who say that language is a big deal when it comes to music, you are telling us that language is no more a barrier.
Language has never been a barrier. If language was a barrier, Michael Jackson wouldn't even make hits. Because half of the time, what Michael Jackson says, we don't hear. When we start and stop, like so many of Michael Jackson's lyrics,
years
just
for you to decode
stuff. Yeah, but we don't understand what he's saying. Like we never really got the right lyrics, but we were jamming to it. Listen, music is so universal that if anyone tells you that music is, the barrier to music crossing boundaries would be language, they're lying. There's songs that don't even have lyrics, but people jam to them. Why do people listen to classical music, jazz music? There's no lyrics. Okay. There's no language.
So we have a new artist called P. Siesta.
Right.
She has released a banger.
The one I was listening to.
Waimi.
I enjoyed it.
How do you feel that song?
I enjoyed it.
This song, can it cross borders to the rest of Africa and other parts of the world?
It's like
with the tree being
like
used.
Asking me,
yes,
whether the song that she released, Ghanaians don't like it.
If
you're playing it and I'm listening to it and I like it and Ghanaians like it, are we alien? The other people outside of the world, other people in other parts of, other continents, they have the same ears that we have. It's the same too. They're hearing the same music we're hearing. They would not the same way we would not. Unless the song is rubbish. Which even that.
Because I remember some one-time hit from Japan. Some short guy. What's the name?
Yes, I know the song from Korea.
So from Korea or something.
Opa Gangnam Style.
Opa Gangnam Style.
Yes.
I just didn't understand.
At a point, the most viewed video on YouTube. Because people are jamming.
It didn't make sense to me.
It is universal. Music should never, ever, ever be bottled up and claimed to be limited because of language. No. Not even because of genre. There are people that I know who are not Christian who listen to gospel music regardless.
Okay.
Reason being that the song makes sense.
Makes sense.
I love the song. I love the lyrics I'm listening to.
Baba Sadiq of Three Music is a Muslim, but every time he's listening to Nasir's
exactly. Nasir's music bangs. And people would listen. You see, so don't always sit down and then think, oh, maybe I need to do a song in English. Okay, fine. Let me give you this context. Your song is in a language people don't understand. If you want them to understand, what are you doing about it? Have you ever gone online to find out the lyrics of a song before?
Yeah, I've done that before.
How many Ghanaian musicians submit their lyrics to lyrics websites?
Few.
Good. Now, you know why this is important. How many times do you remember a song when you're trying to remember? You're like, this song, I'm coming home. Oh, I don't remember the title. So you go and Google, I'm coming home. Do you know what you've just done? By Googling, I'm coming home, the robots, which is what basically essentially helps you find the song, goes to all the lyrics sites and looks for a song which has the line, I'm coming home. And then references it for you. So you go through and then you find the one, you're looking, that's the song I'm looking for.
But you find a lot of I'm coming home.
In that process, you could have discovered a song you'd probably never heard before. And you'd listen to it and like, oh, I like this. Save it for later. Now, you, the musician who submitted your song to a music streaming site, and I've heard it. Like PC's Esther's song. YME. Assuming I don't speak P. But I hear what they're saying and I go to search for it. What am I going to type? What I heard, right? So I'm just going to type based on the sounds that I heard. And that's the problem with a lot of our artists. We won't even go and submit lyrics. If we submit lyrics, we're not going to put the lyrics out there, considering that maybe somebody doesn't speak our language. How would they pronounce this word? Okay, when I'm uploading a video to YouTube, I take all these into consideration. Like, someone may not be English. How would they pronounce this word? How would they spell this?
Okay, like if it's in Tree and the title like YME, the person cannot, and the air and all that, the people cannot. So
even we in Ghana, we make a mistake with the air and the O. Some people will use 3 and some people use 0 for the O. But that's not standard. You understand? That's not standard. So if you're doing that, you need to find all the alternate pronunciations, all the alternate spellings, and put them all there. Knowing that somebody might write 3, put it there. Knowing that someone might use E instead of air, put it there. Then you put the air as well.
Okay.
You understand? You need to consider all these things. It's not just take it, put it there.
So I'll come there to that YouTube titling and all those things. Okay. Thank you for giving us all these snapshots of stuff happening around the world. Now, what are some of the biggest and most significant impact of technology on music that has happened to us today? Now, let's zero even down to even Ghana. What would you say has happened to Ghana music with regards to technology?
Number one would be the fact that we now like Ghana music being global, because I've seen artists like the secular artists performing on global stages, receiving international awards and all that. Hitherto, we wouldn't get there, right? We would just be sitting here, local champions, enjoying our own local BETs and the rest. But now,
so a few 2,000 people, 3,000 people, then we are cool.
And then there's also streaming.
Okay.
And then there's YouTube. So the internet in general has basically taken almost every business, music included, and blown it up. It's made stuff into businesses. So stuff that would not be even business is now business. So for me, I think that in Ghana, that would be what I would consider. Streaming, YouTube, because now artists can earn some money.
Yeah.
Because prior to that, you'd have to get a producer who'd bankroll your music, go sell cassettes or CDs, and then you can earn money. But now, you can even be your own boss. Make your own songs. You can submit your own songs to Spotify, Apple Music. Nobody has to even do it for you.
You don't need an aggregator?
Listen, right now, why do you think we have indie musicians? Independent musicians, because they don't need a label to do that for them. Sign up to CD Baby, sign up to SoundCloud, whatever it is, find a service, submit your music. It's monetized. You're making your money. The only job you have to do is market it. So we have more. That's why the record label business is falling, because I have a lot of indie musicians. I follow a lot of indie musicians right now, and I love their music. And they're not tied to any record label. Wake up in the morning, play their keyboard, write their lyrics, compose their music, boom, it's on. Something that we've been doing here for a long time.
You especially. Creating beats. You know, a lot of people don't know that you create beats. Kobe Spiky.
Yes.
You've created beats that's gone global, that people have even copyrighted.
Oh yeah, that matter. Very soon you have...
Charlie, you cheer for that matter.
Oh no, don't worry. Don't worry. It was time. I was building.
Now we're here and on one TV station, a TikToker made a very profound statement that if people don't bring their music to them, they will not make the hits. Copy Spiky. Are you also from all what you have, every indication from what you have said, you are telling me that without it, we cannot make the hits on traditional media. Is that what you're saying?
I can boldly say that. I'm not going to say that without it, but it's the largest percentage. Yes, the largest contributor.
So from 0 to 100,
I'll give digital at 70%.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, because right now, let me put context. I like giving context. The artists right now. Can I make this global, or I have to limit it to Ghana?
Global and zero it to Ghana.
Okay. So when we take it globally, there's an artist somewhere in Norway called Lido. Right? Lido learned how to play almost every instrument on his own in his bedroom and started putting music out. No record label, nothing. Lido has composed so many songs right now as we speak that from his bedroom in Norway, I'm in Ghana listening to Lido. And Lido has performed on world stages. Many people may not know him because, indie musician. You've heard about John Bellion. I mean, he's a Christian, musician, but he still does. It's borderline Christian and secular. John Bellion was also indie, composing his own stuff, putting on YouTube. He got discovered. He's done huge stuff. A lot of people who heard John Bellion did not know that it wasn't a record label that pushed him
himself.
Where he is. Yeah. Now let's zero into Ghana. You know Drum Roll.
Yeah.
He's a music producer.
Yeah.
He's produced for a lot of artists. When I met Drum Roll, I heard his beats on SoundCloud, and my mind was blown. I'm like, who's this guy? Next thing I know, he's done beats for Sarkodie, for EL, and just recently he dropped his own album. During the NBA, sometimes they play the NBA and then there's a halftime where they have a performance.
They play some music.
There was a song on there produced by Drum Roll. Yeah, Manifest Bear. It's produced by Drum Roll. Now, if you look at all this, and even Tobani Music, recently, I saw that one of the songs that he produced was on a Hollywood movie. Yeah. That's how far. And he produced a song for a Greek Nigerian. See, digital, it's made the world a global village. So he's partnered with an artist, a Nigerian Greek artist, to do a song which has ended up on Hollywood movie. Do you think if his music was limited to traditional media, he would have crossed the borders?
Okay.
So you understand where my 70% is coming from?
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So there are some number of gospel artists who hold a strong opinion that, listen, it is God who makes hits. You're a Christian, Kobe Spiky. When you hear a statement like this, what will be your response? Because, it stems from the comments that went on that, we're in a technology world, guys. You need to put your music there. If you want to make the hits, you are saying 70%. And some other person is sitting somewhere on TV, a gospel musician, and says, listen, it's God who makes the hits. So you can take your technology. When God wants me to blow, I'll blow. When you hear stuff like this, do you what how do you react to it? You think we are still laid back?
Absolutely. I mean, that person is not hungry. That person is not serious. I'm sorry, but listen, if you're saying that God makes hits,
yeah,
then atheist rock musicians should never have been hit makers. Right? You have musicians like, excuse me to use examples like Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
Who rocked and, stayed on the charts for so long.
Yeah.
And she's not Christian. Right? You have musicians who are not Christian who are on the charts. So who did that? Are you saying that the devil made them stars?
But the devil can make you hate also.
Well, that would be religion.
That
conversation will be segueing into a totally philosophical conversation.
Okay, now we are discussing commercial. Okay, let's zero it down to commercial. But you see, I'm telling you, this is practical. And we have a number of them who ply their trade in the church, and they think that, it is God's time.
You see, you mentioned that I'm a Christian, but
and you don't need to work at it.
I'm a business person first.
Okay.
And according to the Bible,
yeah,
the hand that does not work does not get fed. Right? Now, let's just use that analogy compared to you making music.
Yeah.
And then saying that you're waiting for God to make you a hit or to make you a star before you become a star. So you're not going to work towards it. I think that using God as an excuse to not work is just plain laziness.
It's lame, eh?
Right? You should make the effort and then ask God to bless your efforts.
I
right?
like that.
Listen, you don't start climbing a staircase from the top. You start from the bottom and you use your legs. It's not the upper part of your body it's the upper part of the body that's supposed to get there, right? But you need the legs to take you there. So if you're going to say that you're waiting for God to hover you up the stairs, I don't know how many people have seen that happen in real life. But yeah, if you can let God hover you up the stairs, then God will make you a star. Like if God can legit say that you down there, up there. I understand that people would say faith, right? But listen, we've I don't want to offend people with something that I may say, because I have my stance on the level of faith that people need to experience. Like you need to have faith, but don't let that blind you from being practical. Let's be practical here.
Okay. Having
faith doesn't mean you blindfold yourself and drive. Having faith doesn't mean that you can't swim and you jump into the deep side of the pool. Right? Having faith doesn't mean that you're going to dare God. It means that's essentially what you're doing. You're daring God that, you dare. So, I'm going to be reckless.
Yeah.
I'm going to go jump off a cliff because God dare. That's essentially what you're saying.
And that's foolishness.
Exactly.
Okay. So, right. So, if we understand you carefully, we need to work at it. Marry the two, because if it's 70, I don't want to let go the 30. Could be spiky. So I'll still use my traditional media, but I need to find a way to rope in the technology world as well. Isn't it?
Absolutely.
Great. So I have music today, and I hear the easiest go-to point is YouTube. And I just go and I upload the music on YouTube. Well, will I start making money from there? Because a lot of them, when they hear YouTube, they just go take the music, laptop, upload, live, share the link. People will start sharing the link. Is that how you do it? Or there's a way of doing it that you need to title it in a certain way, or you need to tag in a certain way? Just in some few seconds, just demonstrate it to us.
So, Frankie Vive, you see, when you have a product you're taking to the market, unless you are not a business person, you need to have a plan.
Okay.
The fact that YouTube exists doesn't mean that you just wake up and you upload anything there. You need a plan. You need to identify a target audience. You need to know even the product you have. How am I going to sell this product? Who am I reaching out to? How am I going to? What's the unique selling point of this product, which is my song? How do I sell it? Then you start. So, okay, I've discovered that this is the unique selling point of my song. Maybe the chorus is catchy. After listening to a bit of, feedback from people, what do you like about the song? before any product comes, you need to run like a little bit of a survey.
Yeah.
Ask people their opinion. What do you like?
Yeah.
What stands out to you? You have identified what you like, but that may not be what the audience likes. And I, as a musician as well, I know sometimes I've killed myself, done some parts of the song. I know I killed this.
Yeah.
They don't even hear it. The part that there's nothing, that's what they like. You know? So you identify this and you know, okay, this is what I'm going to sell. Highlight it.
Okay.
Put it on YouTube, fine. Your titling is very important. Your tags.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Yeah, your titling is very important.
Yeah.
If you look at YouTube, a lot of the times people with music, you can't be sensational and put like a sensational headline because of story, but your title should be something that people are looking for you to find you. If it's an artist name, there should be uniformity as well. You can't call yourself Esther with an E-S-T-H-E-R on one, and then the next time it's E-S-T-A, right?
We'll say Frankie, then the
next time
K-Y, and then the next time
it's I-E.
I-E.
And the next time it's Frank. No consistency.
No consistency.
How are we going to know that this is you every single time?
Okay.
Secondly, you need to make sure that like the content is top notch. That is very subjective because you may see someone with rubbish content and still people will love it. But if you're going to do rubbish content, you have to be consistent as well. Like if you're putting it out every week, you must put out content every week. If you're putting out a music video, you need to stay top of your mind. The reason I'm saying top of the mind, the reason I'm saying this is that, like I mentioned, there's so much options. I'm here today, I'm watching this show, I'm listening to this show. If you don't come next week, I may give you the benefit of the doubt and come back and come and look for you if I still remember you. Next time I don't see you again, I'll go look for another option.
Consistency.
When have you wanted to find something on the internet you can't remember what you saw? Today I was scrolling through my Instagram because I saw something. I can't find it again because if I give you the statistics of how much data is churned out every second, it will blow your mind.
Millions.
Millions. Borderline billions.
People are posting every second.
And these are like, and this is just one platform. So take the person who's scrolling from Instagram to Facebook to WhatsApp.
This reminds me, I think I was looking for something. I saw something on Facebook. And just in 5 minutes, I came back. I was looking for it. I couldn't find it again. I scrolled.
You won't find it. So if you see next time, save it.
Okay.
So all this stuff should be at the back of your mind. Know that people are constantly being bombarded with content.
Okay.
So you need to stay top of the mind. And you need to get interactions. People need to interact with your post. Because through that, then the algorithm, you need to also learn what the algorithm is.
What is this? Which animal is that?
what
animal is that?
Work.
Algorithm.
So, Instagram has its own algorithm. TikTok has its algorithm. Facebook. So it's how the content is presented
identified
to you.
Or
presented to you, the consumer.
Okay.
Mind you, the platform owner makes their money through you staying on there longer.
Okay.
The longer you stay, the more ads you see. The more ads you see, the more money they make. So if the content that they are serving to you is not engaging you and you're leaving, they will not show you that content again. So if you put out content and I see and I skip, I don't like, nothing. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, no matter who, they won't show it to me again. Because it means I'm not interested in it.
You're interested.
So your content must be engaging for someone to at least like it.
Lately, I'm glued to some skits on Facebook, Facebook videos, and it's from South America.
Right.
They do this small pranks, and it's very funny. And so every time I go there, those are the things that they give me. I'm trying to look for something else, but unfortunately, I get them every time because I think what you are saying is the reason why.
Engaged with it a lot.
Yes.
So the algorithm has detected that this is what you like.
Okay.
So unless it's something that's similar to that, you won't see any other thing.
Okay.
So if I put out content and you don't engage with it, they won't show you again because like you don't like Spiky's content.
Yeah.
But if you like it, every time you come, you see my stuff, you like it. Even as friends, it's the same way. You might never see my content if you don't, even if you are following me, and you don't like, you won't see it.
Okay.
So you need to challenge, or you need to do what we call call to action. Get your subscribers, why do you think every YouTube video at the end they ask you, if you like this video, like, subscribe, hit the bell, to get notified when I upload a new video. Those call to actions will compel you to see stuff that they post the next time.
Okay.
And it'll also put their content in your algorithm, basically, to make the algorithm serve that to you the next time. If you don't do this, That's it. Most of the time, see, and there's so much that you can do to a YouTube video like the cards.
Yeah.
At the end of the video, you watch some videos, you see that they put some cards telling you that you can watch this other video, you can watch that other video.
Yeah.
For all you know, the person may want to watch your other video, but they don't know it yet. You know, a lot of our actions are subconscious, and that's why a lot of social media is psychological.
Some boxes at the top.
At the top.
Yeah, other videos.
Suggesting stuff. You know your product.
Yeah.
I know that if you're buying cornflakes, there's a high possibility you would need milk. So if I own a shop, I'll put them side by side.
Yeah.
So once you pick up
the
cornflakes,
box and
the
pick
next
a
thing you're
milk.
picking up is milk.
Yeah.
Next thing you're probably picking up is sugar.
Yeah.
You see, so aligning those things helps your buyer to pick a product. Treat your music
Makes
as
life
that.
easier.
If the person is listening to this genre of my music,
Yeah.
there's a high possibility he'd like this one.
Okay.
Let me show them that. Let me show them this as well.
And all you can do that on YouTube.
Right there.
Wow.
You don't need to go to any school. You don't need to go anywhere. It's right there.
Okay. So we also heard that lately, streaming is making money for people. But the other side that we've recently heard is that it's actually bought. People can actually buy the millions of streams. How true is this? And if it's true, as a gospel musician, can I cheat the system by going to buy these streams? I mean, what's happening? You know, throw light on it for us. We are lost though.
I think I've used a lot of shop analogies. Let me use one. Last one.
Okay, yeah.
If you open a provision store,
Yeah.
right, and you fill it, and everybody sees that you have provision store, and then tomorrow you go and carry your own product and go and burn it, and tell people that, oh, they've bought all my stuff. Who are you fooling?
Yourself.
Good. Now, if you're buying bots to stream to boost your numbers, that's exactly what you've done. You're lying to yourself because you're not earning money. You're making the platform money. Buying bots
Yes.
is essentially what I just told you. Burning your own product and telling people that you sold.
But the people who came to the shop and saw it empty will now believe that Charlie, I'm a businessman. Oh, Charlie, the guy, he be like in products they go.
Yeah, they can't buy, but
they
they make loss.
But they make losses.
You they make loss.
So maybe in future I will begin to make the money because they think that my things are always sold. I have queue. People queue for my stuff.
So the next time they come and the things are not sold, what impression are they going to have? You understand? See, you need that data. And another thing a lot of people need to realize is that doing business on digital or taking advantage of digital media, the benefit is the data attached to it. Okay? Data is a new gold. If you've heard this before, with data, you can tell who wants to buy your product, who bought your product, what their age is, what device they're using, who came to listen to your song, what phone they're using, whether they're male or female, which country they're coming in from, right? When they came there, what times they're constantly engaging with you, how long they listen to your song, did they even get to your chorus? You have all this data. Now, if you're polluting that data with bots, when I say bots, robots, because essentially when you're going to buy,
they're not real.
They're not real.
Okay.
So you're not getting proper data. So how are you going to inform your next decision of releasing a song? If
you still have to keep buying.
I did business with someone and I promoted their business on Facebook. You know, most of the engagements were from Ghana and Vietnam. Yes, Vietnam. Now, would you ever believe that you had audience in Vietnam until you did that? Now you know. So what are you going to do? You're going to try and figure out. If you're a musician and you found out that you had audience in, let's say, Japan, constantly engaging with your music, what does that tell you?
I need to put my product there more.
Good. I have to go and explore that market. So you go there, and next thing you know, you're doing a show and getting about 500,000 people coming to listen to your music. That's the data. But if you're buying bots and they are spread all over the world, you're polluting that data. You don't even know who's real and who's fake.
But you see, it attracts investors. Somebody will say it attracts investors.
Are you
and artists brag about it. The bragging rights, you know, in Ghana, I'm the most streamed artist in Ghana. You know, and you know, top
you're broke.
5.
You're most streamed artist in Ghana, but you're broke. Like, is that what you're doing this for? Numbers? No, you want money. Otherwise, then, I mean, listen, the artists in Ghana who are making killer streams, nobody knows.
Okay, Stonebwoy posted his YouTube analytics and had more streams in India.
Right.
Are they bots?
if you want to find out if something like they're bots, you have to narrow down. You have to do a lot of filtration. You can't just look at the location and know that, oh, these are bots. Although sometimes, yes, you can.
Yeah.
Because of the population in that area. But then again, India, you are the person who has the product.
Yeah.
Did you pay for bots? And YouTube and Facebook and all these platforms are constantly purging their platforms of bots. Because it affects them as well. Like I said, data is the new gold. If Facebook could make Donald Trump president, just because of targeting, because of data, what's to say that your products cannot be made ubiquitous because of social media? Right. So you need to know, do filtration, just check. They're coming from India. How long do they stay on your video? Did they just click and then bounce?
Okay.
You have the bounce rate. The bounce rate tells you how long they stayed on your page and they left. Check all of that. Check how long they're staying on. Check where they're coming from. Check time. Check gender. Check. There's so many things. The demographics. Check all that stuff. If you can't do it, get an expert. Right?
Okay.
But once you're able to mine that data, then you know. And is it consistent?
Is it consistent?
Right? Check that data, compare it, juxtapose it with another thing that's similar. What I'm seeing here, is it consistent here? What's here that I can compare with this? That consistency in data can let you know for a fact, can let you know that something is a fact. Right? And then you move on from there. If you're not, because, there are bots, but you have to buy them.
Okay.
And yes, there are sometimes that you can have bots like coming into your stuff, but if you did not pay for bots to come in, there's a high possibility that they are not the ones colluting your data.
Okay. Now, just oppose that to this. I've heard you a number of times and say that don't just put a video there, promote it on other. Is it not the same thing that you are talking about, that I would have to promote now, put the music on certain programs or product that show up, or so that the IP will recognize you quickly and all that? Is it not the same thing? Are you not paying money to advertise it on other platforms? Is it not the same thing as buying it directly?
No, it's not the same. So if you're buying those views, right, just to get it to grow in number, you're not working smart. You're just using this for
a certain purpose.
I.e. getting quote unquote an investor. I gave you an example of using the data. The data is important because if I'm a brand and I want to work with you, and you come to me and you tell me, let's say I'm a brand that targets females within the age of 15 and 30. And you have data that proves that you have this audience tuned into you, and you can't present that data to me, I will support, because there's proof that with you I can reach this target audience. Why do you think we have social media influencers? Because with that data, with the insights, you can go and tell a brand that this product that you're selling,
and those are real.
They are real.
Because they don't reduce; they keep on increasing.
So you have that data, you go and show it, and you say this is what it is. If you're buying bots, you're not going to have proper analytics. There's a high possibility they're all going to be within the same range, age range. They're all going to be within the same geographical location. How are you going to convince a brand that I'm going to be able to sell to Ghanaians between the age of 15 and 30 if they are all coming from, say, Malaysia or some slum somewhere in China? Do you get what I'm saying? If you're a good musician, or your product is good, it starts from home, right? So there will be that data from home to back it up.
Some foundation,
exactly. Before you start to go outside, because charity begins at home, right? Now, if you're looking at your data and less than 10% is from your home country, and you haven't made any effort, you see, you need to introspect. You haven't made any effort to break, cross borders. How did you get those numbers? Okay, fine. There's a possibility that the God factor, like the person who said that God will make them a star. Maybe, God just pushed your content out there and it reached everywhere. But do some introspection. Check. Is this really real? am I getting these numbers because, or maybe somebody felt like they were doing me a favor and they went to buy bots to come and watch my videos to boost it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So check all that stuff. Check your view count. Certain consistency in data, like if your graph is looking as flat. As a ruler, that is not human behavior. Humans
issue.
That should be spikes.
Fluctuations.
Yes. That should. There's things that let you know that this is not human behavior because the bots are automated.
Okay.
Do you think they have 5 million people actually clicking? No, they have a farm of devices or phones that are being automated to do these things.
They're all robots working. Okay.
Robots can never be human.
Okay.
So, and your comments. How will you have 1 million views and your comments are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
It doesn't make sense.
Exactly. I'm watching the video. I like it. I will like it. Leave a comment. Something struck me in there. I would want to leave a comment.
That's what you call organic.
Exactly.
Okay.
Engagement.
Okay.
If you're getting that organic engagement as much as you're getting your views, that means you're doing something right.
Okay. So, non-fungible tokens, what they call NFTs, are now making their way into the music market, allowing fans to literally own unreleased versions of songs or albums, as well as patronize exclusive benefits. What is NFT and what NFTs and music got to do with each other?
You know, NFT is a whole subject for another day. Okay. But I'll just simplify it. A non-fungible token is when you take, when I take, let's say, 100 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
And I give to you.
Yeah.
And you give me 250s or 520s.
Yeah.
That's fungible. I can exchange it for something of equal value.
Yeah.
A non-fungible token is something I can't exchange for another value. It's unique. It's something that stands out. There is none other like it.
Okay.
So it's non-fungible. That's what makes it unique.
Okay.
So,
and what has this got to do with music?
Good. You've created a song.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why I said this thing,
it's a whole topic on its own.
But I'll just try and
just brush it and let's see.
If you created a song and you made an NFT out of it, making an NFT out of something, you're minting it. You're basically making it into a collectible.
Okay.
That only one person can own.
Yeah.
So Frankie 5, you released the song. You know this is special.
Yeah.
And you release it as an NFT. But a little trailer. Say, this is an unreleased song that I've made. Nobody can have it except only one person can have it. How do you prove that only one person has it? That's when the blockchain, which powers the NFT, comes in.
Okay.
Because it helps you verify that this person owns this. There's a certificate to prove that only this. Take for instance,
the whole process.
Yeah. Take for instance paintings. The Mona Lisa. There's only one of it.
Yeah.
Anything done by Picasso, Michelangelo, all those artists, there's one of them. When they go for auctions, it's one.
And
they sell them at a very, very expensive.
High price. Yeah.
Exactly. The same thing you're doing with your music.
Oh, I get it.
Minting it and selling it as a unique thing nobody else has.
Except one person. And that person must be verified, bona fide property, goes to that person alone.
Yes.
Okay.
So the person pays for it.
Okay. Then how can Ghanaian artists like gospel artists get along with
Anybody can mint a token like an NFT. Anybody can mint. Create whatever it is. It could be art. It could be music. Find a market where you're going to sell it, like OpenSea. Go through the process. Mint it. You said that's what you do. Once you mint it, you put it on the market, put a price to it, and people come and bid.
Wow, Charlie, the world is running so fast. Anyway, Kobe, so fast. Our time is up.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, 1 hour is just going like that. Charlie, you see, tech is interesting.
Why do you think I'm in it?
Like it never gets finished. Like everything is just new every time.
Yeah, it's always evolving.
Okay, my producer said I should ask you this question. With the help of an artificial intelligence, which you call the AI, will artificial intelligence replace artists someday?
You know, I can't speak for the future, but for what I know now, from what I've dabbled in a bit of machine learning, one thing that AIs are unable to do is create.
Okay. That is God-given. That is God-given. Yes. Massa, machine. How can machine?
That's what I'm saying for now.
Even forever.
Because right now we have a system.
Else they will tell us there's no God.
We have something called DALL-E. If you have time, just Google DALL-E. It's DALL-E.
Okay.
It's an artificial intelligence system that all you have to do is give it a sentence and it will make art out of it.
Really?
Realistic art.
Create it.
Anything. I mean, we can't do not the everyday person can't use it because it's so powerful that it's limited. You have to pay a subscription. See, just write the cat chewing a mango under the tree over a bus. It would visualize that exactly like an art work for you.
Charlie. We will not get there.
Oh, are you sure?
We will not get there. But what do you make of our gospel industry? I know that you live in this ecosystem and you see what is going on. I mean, are you impressed?
Have you seen my posts in recent times about the music industry in Ghana in general? I've always generalized it because even right from the top to the bottom, I honestly don't think we're doing even this much.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the top musicians and everything, they're really not doing their best. They're doing what they can do, but there's so much more they could do. Wow. There's so much more. Like, Frankie Five, let me give you a typical example.
Yeah.
When I started this, I was talking about how global the world is, like how much of a global village the world has become.
Yeah.
So if our artists could reach audiences the world over.
Yeah.
And they're reaching just a minute, like I'm seeing maximum we're getting on views 10, when people are hitting billions. Okay, people are hitting 1 billion views and you're just hitting like millions and you're okay. Come on. 1 million and you are content. Don't sit down and say it's because they are there.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody has seen that guy in some forest in South America who's always building houses with the mud and stuff like that. Does that guy look like he has $1 million to pump in his craft?
No.
But do you see the views he gets?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you, Kobe Spikey. It's always interesting having a conversation with you, and time, Charlie, is always not enough. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Another educative session. In fact, we are going to cut it and put it out there for people to hear of what you've just churned out this evening. God bless you. Charlie, the knowledge, I'll go come house for more. Thank you so much. So you heard Kobe Spike in Chroma, a digital creator, and he's giving us everything we need to know about the current trends. So if you're a gospel musician, take advantage. He says 70% digital and go 30% traditional.